Welcome to another fully operational video cast of some Star Wars LCG. This match is taken from the 11th of May 2014 down in the London Regional. On the left we have Sam Pigden playing the Dark Side and Scum, and on the right is Chris Higgins with a Smuggler's deck. And we are fortunate enough to have Sam with us on this cast. Hi Sam.
Hi Andy.
How's tricks?
No, not bad, not bad. Kind of getting ready for the next regional in London in a bit.
Oh, you've got another one coming up.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Many tweaks to your deck, do you think, or?
I was probably going to do a lot of tweaks, but we probably won't get knowledge and defense before then. So
Okay.
yeah, I think I'm going to have to change a bit just because people won't be running the same decks with that new errata thing.
Yes, with the changes to the Smugglers decks coming in. But I think a lot of people, when we get to the next game with your light side deck, for sure, a lot of people will be quite happy to see those kind of decks hitting the table.
Yeah.
I don't want to spoil it too much, but you were definitely, at this event, there was quite a broad mix of decks hitting the table, and yours was certainly at the top of that list, I think, for new combos. So, good to see. So, it looks like you start off with 2 Tatooine Crash and Lucrative Contract, is that?
Yeah, I was quite pleased with that opening hand, just like getting as many cards out of Chris's hands as I could at the start.
Yeah. What's the text on Lucrative Contract? It's 2 resource, isn't it?
Yeah, after you refresh, remove an extra focus token from a mercenary or bounty hunter unit.
Okay, so that's quite good for freeing up more
Yeah,
defenders.
the space pirates, committing them to the force means I can just free them up every turn and get the resources if I want.
Nice, because they're not elite, are they?
No, unfortunately.
Well, it's useful to be able to free up, especially on units like that where they generate resources as well. That's quite a good ability. But you're motoring on straight to the light side's first turn.
Yeah.
Good old holding all the cards there.
Oh. Yeah, love it. Can't get enough of it.
2 freeholders, I think I can see, and a blockade runner. So Chris, I think, was running quite standard for this time of the year anyway. Early May, freeholders dash. Sleuths and blockades, I think. I'm not quite sure.
I think it was. Yeah, he's got the raise of stakes out, so he's got the blockade runner, and I think he was running the sleuths as well.
Yeah, 2 hands as well, looking from the questionable contacts. So takes a look at your hand with a both and spy, and is that 2? No, a twist, a target.
Explosive charge, Almighty Sarlacc, paid informant, and another Jawa scavenger.
Okay. So he's got to be. I mean, what kind of, in terms of your opening with the Outer Rim Smugglers, are you happy with them as a defender early on? Or?
Yeah, I really like getting them out straight away at the start because I don't think I've got too many. I don't have many resource enhancements in this deck. It largely relies on getting out the Outer Rim Space Pirates, and I think I run Bib. Yeah, I've got the Almighty Sarlacc, so I'm running Bib as well. So a lot of the resources are generated off these character units.
Right.
So
okay.
Getting them out at the start definitely helps.
Nice. And 2 freeholders hit the table. Never what you want to see on turn 1.
No, I remember this being a very dangerous start for me.
So, both going in. Both going in. That's unusual. You usually see just going in against 1 objective each and spreading the damage around, but looks like Chris is trying to focus 1 out of there.
I think he was going for lucrative contracts at this point. I think he really wanted to get it out of the way. But I can't actually remember which one he was, but I think that was probably what he was aiming to go for.
It makes sense. I mean, you're going to be capturing cards left, right, and centre with being Scum plus having. If he takes out 1 Tatooine Crash, he's still going to have a second. So, getting rid of the lucrative contract would be what I'd do, to be honest. It looks like you won. Any tactics out? Jawa stays on the board.
I think I thought that he would anticipate me playing the twist, so I just kind of went ahead and didn't play the twist. Oh no, he went for the top Tatooine Crash.
Oh, okay.
Probably just trying to get some damage down.
Yeah, rescue some cards as well, potentially.
Yeah. I can't remember if I captured many great cards. Unfortunately, I wasn't showing them to the camera at the time.
It's adds to the tension. We'll see them bounce back to his hand, I guess. What are the icons on the Outer Rim Smuggler there? Is it 2 unit damage and a tactics?
Yeah, edge enabled tactics. So I don't know where I'm placing the tactics at the moment. I probably should have placed them on the boss and spy just so he couldn't take the force. That was a bit of a questionable decision by me, especially seeing as the freeholders are elite.
Yeah,
Really wasn't going to get much out of that.
and the Bothan getting unopposed on.
Oh yeah, the raise the stakes really got to me quite early.
Interesting that he chose not to take the force. I guess the tempo is in Chris's favour at this point. So
yeah, double freeholders certainly.
yeah, that's tricky. It's tricky. I mean, what kind of after that turn, seeing double freeloaders on the other side of the board, what kind of hand are you looking for?
What I was really hoping for was getting out probably a lot of the. I don't know. I was hoping for maybe the Jawas just so I could get some free and easy tactics down on them to maybe take them out for a bit. But I think I was also kind of hoping for a lot of the weak ways, just so I've only really got 3 resources open at this point. I mean, with the Space Pirates, I've got 6, but I was really hoping for some more kind of solid resource cards and resource units.
Yeah. Counting up.
Yeah.
Counting them.
Very careful in making sure I don't overplay my resources. I don't know what I end up deciding. I haven't got a good look at my hand at this point.
Yeah, I saw a Jawa. I couldn't make out many other units in there though.
So I've still got the Jar and Paid Informant from last turn, I think, and an Almighty Sarlacc, which probably isn't doing me many favours at this point, just because I don't feed the pit out. Oh, and I've got Jawa Trading Crawler as well.
Okay.
Card, but
that's a good. It's more of a for when I play that card, I always see it as more of a deterrent as a defender rather than actually taking part in an engagement because you just don't want to have that. Does it do damage or tactics to everything on the board?
It's the Jawa Trading Crawler from the Weakway set. So the one that is 3 cost, 1 health, and gives you 2 resources, I think, which can only be used on droids and
vehicles and stuff.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So I wasn't particularly pleased to use that.
So just a Jawa coming out from you.
Yeah. I got the Utini getting rid of one of his resource cards.
Yeah, and you tactics out the freeholders there for a turn. Slowing him down.
Oh, did I?
I think is that a questionable doing a damage?
Oh yes. Oh, I remember this now. Yeah, the questionable contacts absolutely rinsed through my Jawas. I was really relying on them to come out and get the free tactics off because a lot of the time I think Chris had a lot of his units focused up going into his turn, so I was really hoping to get them down, get the tactics out, and just questionable contacts every time, killing them off.
Yeah, and I think it's things like this that certainly when I played Chris on the day, I just kind of noticed never missing any of his triggers. So evaluating all the options he had and making best use because it's easy to forget about questionable contacts. I've done it many times, but he never seemed to drop the ball. It's worth noting this, guys, is actually the semi-finals of the regionals. So you guys, I think Chris made it as top seed, and Sam, you went in as 3rd or 4th, I think.
I think I was 4th seed. I think I scraped him with 20 points, and
cheeky.
Yeah, Anton and Spike were both above me. So yeah, I think the 1st seed plays the last seed or something like that. I can't remember.
I think it is, yeah, technically. So the blockade runner, there's nothing you can do about that one.
Yeah,
it looks like a target of opportunity. Yeah. So that Tatooine crash goes away. Let's see if we can find out what goes back to the hand.
Ooh. I have a quick look.
Sleuth.
Sleuth and a Cloud City Casino looks like.
Always nice to see a sleuth go back to your hand.
Yeah, I made a pretty disastrous metacal with my scum deck in that a lot of it was reliant on getting out the weak ways and getting out quite big defender units. So then on the day when I came up against all these sleuths, completely getting past all my big defenders, getting past the weak ways with their forecast, it's just it wasn't the best choice I made in deck.
Still got made to top 4 though.
Yeah.
So
I think it's the strength of my light side really.
Okay.
I got my sheet in front of me. I don't think I won as a dark side all day.
Oh, really?
Jeez. Yeah, I lost every single dark side game, but the only light side games I lost was I drew against you, didn't I? And then in the final game.
Yeah, we timed out, didn't we? And I think it's definitely an interesting decision when you're making your deck, specifically for tournament play. Is you do for me certainly it's taking into account the fact that you are on a timer. So, and I hope this is something that Fantasy Flight at least acknowledge, if not address, with future FAQs, is because you just simply do have an advantage when you play rush decks such as the Freeholders or the Sleuth Rush, because you are just, if you're going to win with a dial at kind of below 6, whereas if you play Jedi, etc., you are just naturally disadvantaging yourself, as far as I can see. So hopefully that's something they address.
Yeah,
But
I
a
mean,
clear board from your side, so
yeah. I was, yeah, not particularly happy with the current state of the board at this point, I think.
the lucrative contracts can free up the smugglers. Do you have to focus out lucrative contracts to be able to activate that, though?
No,
So
it's,
it's just a passive.
yeah, any time, yeah.
Okay.
So I was really keen on obviously keeping it safe, and it was quite good that Chris was attacking. I mean, it wasn't great for me that he was attacking the Tatooine crash and rescuing all his cards,
Yeah.
but the on contracts, meaning I constantly had the Outer Rim Space Pirates, was pretty good. Can't remember if I did get me solo. Yeah, so I got the Jabba's orders,
Just
looked
to
at his
see his
hand,
hand.
and he had two
Classic.
Actress freeholders.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful play. And that I think was why, or part of the reason why Smugglers and Scum really came up against each other quite a lot on the day. Just
Yeah.
that capture mechanic to deal with the freeholders and dash. We've seen it quite a few times, so classic manoeuvre, very well done there. And again, counting up.
Four resources. I've got Slave 1 in my hand, which is
And is that a corrupt official?
yes, yeah. The corrupt officials really earn their keep in this. Seems to remember, but I think traitorous wingguard playing, so the objective damage being enabled if I have a captured card, and I think I've got a captured card under every objective at the moment.
He's
But
powered up for sure. Now, interesting thing on the corrupt official. That can be discarded from your hand to negate damage to your objectives, can't it?
yeah, so long as they're scum objectives.
Scum objectives. Okay, so that to me, I would expect that actual character card to have a choice, so you could either play it onto the table as a character, or use its ability to discard from your hand to negate damage. To me, it costs 3, doesn't it?
Oh no, I think it's 2 cost
Oh, is
and
it 2?
it's 3 health. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
So I probably yeah. Oh, there we go. The questionable contacts once again removing any abilities for me to defend against the sleuth.
To stay on the board, yeah.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah.
seems to me the chap who negates damage. For me, it's never really a question as to whether to play him on the table. I've never seen one hit the table. They just stay in the hand. And I don't know whether that's a costing thing. And maybe if it was 1 cost with a couple of health, then you might be tempted to play it as a unit rather than keep it in your hand for all eternity.
Yeah.
But anyway, moving on. So the resource card comes out, and it's looking brutal, I've got to say, Sam. 2 freeholders undamaged because of the questionable contacts.
I think the Dar was at 3 at this point.
4?
4. Oh yeah.
4. Yeah. Han in the hand. Sleuth on the board. So that's not getting blocked.
No. Just nothing to really block the sleuth. Nothing to block the Arcana Rumourmonger.
Because you need 2 units. Chris must be pretty happy with this situation.
Yeah.
Dial at 4.
Yeah.
Can he? I don't know if he can close it out this turn
though. With him not knowing I had the corrupt official.
That's true.
But yeah, the blockade runner. If he had a target opportunity, he could destroy Tatooine crash, and then he has a lot of blast. Yeah, there you go. I negate the.
Well, yeah, that would have taken it with just unopposed, wouldn't it? Oh no, it's 6 health, is it? Tatooine crash.
Yeah, 6 health. Yeah, I think those corrupt officials really stretched these games out for me.
Yeah, I know they did for us.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it probably is a rather foregone conclusion that against such strong board presence from Chris,
Yeah.
I can't see myself.
Just hoping to tick the dial up a few more points and buy some time.
Try and extend it. And hopefully get the light side win and win with a modified draw.
So freeholders posed by the Pirates.
I've taken a bit of a beating from questionable contacts. And they're 4 health, so they're a pretty solid defender, but they were just getting really slowly whittled down just by the constant damage being put on them every turn.
But the 4 health, it is brutal to get through, because even with that 2 damage on them, if you can win this edge battle, your tactics 1 freeholders, and then the other one can't kill you. And it looks like you do win.
Yeah. Ditching that slave 1. I think, yeah, I think this is. I think every turn has just been the two Aquas freeholders going up against the Outer Rim Space Pirates, and every time I've just been managed to eke ahead in the edge battle and place the one focus and the two damage, and then get the one damage in return.
And then next turn, questionable contacts to the
Yeah.
face. But keeping the objectives alive, though, like you say, just ticking that dial up to give your light side deck a bit more of a chance in game 2. But Sleuth against Jabba's orders, nothing can be done about that one. So home he goes, a happy boy.
Yeah. Oh, what's he got in his hand? He's got Han in his hand.
He's got a Han in his hand for sure. Couldn't see much else. And then start of your turn, more capture.
Yeah. String Crash really pulling its weight there.
So dial up to 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, you really need something to happen on this turn because the questionable contacts will get rid of the pirates at the beginning of Chris's turn. So a Twist of Fate is going to help pull some shenanigans. What else can we see? Still got the Sandcrawler, is that?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've got the better Sandcrawler, I think, this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really wish there was a way of properly destroying it on your turn and just focusing down all their units, but I've been trying with some deck ideas, but just nothing really seems... Oh, there we go. Another Outer Rim.
Another pirate.
And then I do whack out the Sandcrawler.
Yeah. And a Jawa. So, strong board.
Yeah.
Strong board. Are you aiming here to go on the offensive and tactics out the freeholders, or?
I think, I don't know, I didn't think, no, I didn't go for the offense just because I've only got the 2 tax icons and they're both elite, so I'd only be able to get out one, and then just the sleuths and the blockade runner would, I mean, the blockade runners and sleuths at the moment have kind of free reign. I think, yeah, questionable contacts, and then
it's doing some work, that objective.
Yeah, the Jawas as well. So
they've never stayed on the table.
No. Just another turn and no defense against his sleuths and blockade runners. And it's just...
Focus this objective to do 1 damage to a Jawa, basically, on that objective.
And yeah, I was running a it had some solid blast in my scum deck, but I just couldn't get it down to both his questionable contacts on 3 health. He rarely had the defenders out, so I probably could have done some real damage, but yeah, just
never had the board presence to go in swinging.
No. I think, yeah, in retrospect, the resource issue was probably quite a big one. Just not having the ability to just have an enhancement that I could focus rather than having to actively take out one of my few defenders. But
your big defenders as well.
Yeah.
So Han hits the table with the help of some big resource cards from Chris.
Yeah, I remember at this point being pretty doubtful about my long-term survival.
Tatooine Crash goes, and a bunch of cards back to his hand. Another sleuth.
I think, yeah, an undercover operative, and
holding all the cards.
Maybe sees instant play.
No reason not to if it can pull a dash out of the deck for Chris. Although I suppose he has missed his deployment phase at this point. There is the dash.
Does get the dash. Can't remember what I've got here. Oh, I think I saw a captured in there, which actually might lead to a false play on my part, which might be coming up. Yeah, get me solo, captured. Can't see the last card.
So the sleuth going in, I don't think has enough to destroy an objective, no.
No, very close.
But yeah, ticking that
so
damage
glad you
up.
get a target opportunity there.
And then, tail of the whole game, freeholders with Han going in. So that's targeted strike, and hopefully not missing Han's trigger. No, as we mentioned, Chris never seemed to miss the ball.
I think... I can't remember whether I sent... I think I was debating whether to just send in the Sandcrawler there and hope it will get destroyed to then flood his side of the board with the focus tokens. But
Yeah. Is it 1 token per unit?
Yeah, force reaction after leaves play. I think you focus down every character and droid unit. So obviously that wouldn't really affect the space pirates, but could do a lot of damage to his guys.
So blocking with both. I don't think there's a way of saving the objective here, but oh no, it could be with the shield hitting the table and a twist of fate.
Yeah, getting rid of that dash.
Chris is still sitting on a boatload of cards.
Yeah, I think I've got Utini captured and get me solo. I think. I can't. Yeah, that's definitely Utini.
Just dumping his hand.
Yeah.
Keeping a swindle just in case.
What did he have here? 4. And I had 4 as well.
So defender wins. Close. Han is out of there. Can't blame you for that one.
See, this is actually a misplay. I only realised this just the other day. But captured is you can only play on your turn.
Okay.
So I played that completely wrong, and I do apologise.
So you used the resources from the pirate rather than striking with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, no, that was definitely not a legal move, as it were.
I think there was definitely a lot of learning going on with the first time a lot of people saw the scum cards hit the table in a competitive scene. So I know the resources in a couple of the games we've had Spike on doing some commentary. Taking focus tokens off resources was something we needed clarification on the day as well. So
yeah, the clearinghouse holding on the yeah.
But survived the turn. So
Yeah.
can some magic happen here? Like you said, both questionable contacts, very low. If you can kill both, that takes the dial up. I think it's on 6 at the moment, so you could get that up to 9.
What's he got for defense? He's got the Arcana Rumonger in the bottom spy. I can't remember.
Not a lot there to really take down heavy hitters.
Corrupt Official, Weak Way. I think I saw a prize possession. The Jabba's Palace, though.
Beautiful.
Yeah, getting that in really saved my neck quite a bit at times.
Weak Way and a Jawa. So the Weak Way can go in and do some nice damage and has a Black Tactics as well. And nothing really. I think the only card in Chris's hand is still a Swindled, so he can only use it on the Jawa at this point.
Yeah.
You stay defensive.
I think, yeah, at this point I kind of really wanted that guaranteed unit damage and tactics on my side.
Yeah. And looking at it, I guess you actually have no blast icons on your side of the board, so you're only looking for unopposed, really.
Yeah.
And it's not enough to take them out. So Chris draws up to 6. A couple of resources. A Crossfire is always nice to get the cheeky last damage on.
There goes Jawa.
Chris hates his Jawas.
They never stayed out for very long.
Another one leaves the table. Blockade Runner I can only assume is going on to Jabba's orders. No?
There goes the Corrupt Official, just keeping me in there.
Keeping you in the game.
Yeah, 5 damage on the illusory contract, only being saved by the Jabba's Palace at this point.
Yep. It's +1 damage capacity to every objective, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the outmaneuver. And
I think me and Chris had a bit of a discussion here, because I think he thought it was equal cost rather than just being
lower,
less cost. So he was trying to get rid of the Blockade Runner to get rid of my Weak Way.
Okay. You can still get rid of this Sand Crawler if you so choose.
Yeah, but getting rid of the Sand Crawler would be really beneficial to me, I think. Just flooding his freeholders with tactics.
So what do you do? Is Chris going to kind of take back and do it on the freeholders instead?
Oh, I think Chris was very a good sport about it.
Good sport,
he just realised that he'd made the misplay, so I think he got rid of the I think at this point I point out the force reaction on the Sandcrawler, so then he doesn't want to take the Sandcrawler with the Blockade Runner either. So I think he decides to get rid of the freeholders.
Right, okay.
To get rid of the Weak Ways, just because he's played the card and yeah.
Crossfire coming out to do the last bit of damage.
No, I point. It's character only. So.
So many cards.
Just all these happy coincidences barely saving me from kind of really losing on that turn again.
Yeah, one health left purely because of Jabba's Palace.
Yeah. Yeah, when I saw that at the beginning of the last turn, I was really really glad to get that out and just
an open door, a glimpse of light.
Yeah, I think the dial is up to 8 at this point.
Yeah, which I've got to be honest, Sam, I wasn't expecting that. Having looked at the first few turns, it wasn't looking pretty. But yeah, trying to eke out just those extra points on the dark side dial can really, give you the advantage you need when you play the second game.
Yeah.
And again, not many defenders open for Chris, so the weak way hits the table again for 2.
I think again I was kind of faced with not having any blast damage. I think my hand is a Jawa, Twist of Fate, another Jabba's Palace, Spice Visions, and a Bounty. I think the enhancement that captures after turn. So I was really hoping for like a Paid Informant or a Traitorous Wingguard or something like that, just to maybe destroy an objective and get the dial to 9, but. What, go and swing with the weak way.
Get a tactics. Yeah, because I guess both freeholders are now off the table. Nothing elite as far as I can see. So just denying you the unopposed bonus there with 2 blockers. And is that a twist from your side? It must be.
I believe it is, yeah. I think I had a very. Oh no, Jabba's Palace for 3. Oh, so I lost.
Yeah, defender wins if Chris played 3, which he did. But it doesn't turn off any of your icons, so.
That was it. I was going in because I have the Spice Visions in my hand, so I was really hoping to get the edge, attack, get the damage and tactics out, and then Spice Visions and do the attack and tactics out again, just to kind of keep his Sleuth Scout and Blockade Runner out of it. And then, of course, because I lost the edge battle, the Jawa returns to my hand.
Yep.
So probably not the best move I could make there. I think
are keeping the Blockade Runner out of the way, and if you can win this edge, which you will with no defenders, again, the Sleuth isn't going to play a part next turn either, so...
Yeah, but the Arcana... I just realised, the Arcana Rumonger...
needs 2 blockers, yeah.
The unopposed is going to finish me off. I think that's actually how it played out. And of course, I should still remember that he's got the crossfire in his hand. So, I don't know, undercover operative.
All he needs now is a couple of attackers to take out the second objective. Let's see. I thought I saw a couple of small units there from Chris. If nothing else, I do see a Sleuth and a Freeholder's Yowza.
I think at this point, I kind of figured the jig was up.
Yeah, I can't. Do you imagine how this game would have gone though if you hadn't have captured both those Freeholders?
Yeah. I think that definitely. I was so happy to see them out the fight as it were.
But yeah, I can't see an answer to the Sleuth. Can't see an answer to the Arcana. So I think Chris is just playing it safe here.
Yeah, he plays the bottom just to check I don't have a corrupt official in hand.
Nice. Again, something I would never have thought to do. Good game from Chris.
I think at this point, yeah.
But the dial at 8, I think very, very strong showing from you there, Sam, especially with what you consider to be a bad meta call on the day with the Scum pods that you chose. But yeah, dial at 8 definitely gives you an opening to take the modified win off Chris in game 2. So let's move along, boys, and see what Sam can do. See you in the next game. Also, guys, don't forget to check out the UK and Ireland Star Wars LCG Facebook page, as well as the UK's best Star Wars podcast, Frozen in Carbonite. Links to both are in the description.